units following the car makes it for a little challenging in a situation like this. We have a building here, so that's when I rely on my pilots here to make sure that building doesn't block our shot for too long, because how many blue cars are there on the freeway or on the roadway, we can easily pick up the wrong freeway, or wrong vehicle. It's a long day here. So pilots doing a great job here. Again, great teamwork here. Aldo Montevenia. My name is Megan Reyes. You're watching a pursuit here. An earlier pursuit initiated by the California Highway Patrol, and now it appears that they are still tracking the vehicle from above. We are currently on Vine Street approaching Yucca, and now we're turning, I believe, southbound on Vine Street here in Hollywood, and there's Capitol Records. We've been here before, so apparently this vehicle is just making a couple of large circles in the area. No erratic driving, but going through the center lane there, and just kind of nonchalantly coming up through this intersection here. Yeah, it's going to be a real challenge here. I don't know where he's going. I got buildings all in my way. He's making a eastbound turn on Hollywood Boulevard here. Okay, so there's the vehicle right there. Thing we want to do is find a distinguishing mark on this vehicle, what separates this vehicle from the others, and I'm still not really seeing anything here. That's just for my, maybe the back of the vehicle, that two-tone color there. So that's what I'll be looking for in case if buildings block the view. I'll look for that two-tone in the rear of the vehicle. Yeah, he's back on Yucca again. So this driver just apparently is going out and about, doing large circles here, right by Capitol Records. Last time the driver just made a left turn, and we're doing it again. We're zooming in to see the driver, what the body language is, what the driver is doing, where his or her hands are, mannerism as far as that's concerned. And driver just kind of seems to be driving a little nonchalant here. I don't see any aggressive driving. That's perhaps because they're not being engaged. A lot of these people here may not realize this particular vehicle was involved in an earlier pursuit out of Baldwin Park. Again, the original what, from what we understand, was the vehicle pulled over, or the vehicle refused to pull over after an attempted traffic stop was initiated because the car crossed a double yellow line. CHP decided to cancel the pursuit. He's making a southbound turn, Aldo. And instead of engaging in a pursuit, they went into a tracking mode. And that's where we find ourselves right now, at a tracking mode here. He's still going southbound here. Again, here we again talking about those buildings, and then you can accidentally pick up the wrong car. There's another blue car there. He's westbound on Hollywood Boulevard from Argyle. So we should see two blue cars coming out right about here. And that might be my car, considering that he didn't yield for pedestrians. So that's our vehicle here. That's a CHP helicopter you just saw in our shots here. The California Highway Patrol providing information to dispatchers. And we finally got LAPD, Hollywood Division. They said, well, let's pull this vehicle over. We're going to pull up LAPD Hollywood right now. See what's going on here. Pull up that scanner. There it is. Listen. Lost him. Here we go. He's getting onto the freeway. Yeah, so what's happening now is we do have an active pursuit here. You can see LAPD lit up. I'm listening to LAPD Hollywood Division. They're in pursuit. They're calling it a reckless driver right now, so officially now we can call it a pursuit. However, what's going to happen is because of opening day at Dodger Stadium, there is a temporary flight restriction. That's normal on any area where there's a large crowd. So we're not going to be able to go much further south. So as long as the driver stays north of the Silver Lake area. We're exiting here. I think this might be, I want to say this is Hollywood Boulevard. Where is he? There he is. See, LAPD confirming they are in pursuit now. Now what's going to probably happen is we have the LAPD helicopter. They may take over to give some relief to the California Highway Patrol helicopter as the vehicle is going westbound on Hollywood Boulevard. So he's going away from downtown, westbound Hollywood Boulevard, heading back to Hollywood where we were earlier, heading back toward Capitol Records. You got eyes on it? He's approaching Capitol Records again, going towards that area, Hollywood Boulevard. Yeah, got it. Are you talking to me or somebody else? A lot of folks there visiting out of town, and they're seeing a live pursuit here in Southern California in the heart of Hollywood along Hollywood Boulevard, coming up on Hollywood and Vine. Waiting to see what happens here. I can't see which way he turned, Aldo. Hold on. Stand down for a second. Southbound Argyle. I gotta find him again. There he is. There we go. Now we're coming up on Sunset Boulevard. We're on Argyle and Sunset, just blazing right through that light. He's westbound Sunset. What's going to happen now is LAPD, now we're starting to see, since this vehicle, since you do have units directly behind this vehicle, we're starting to see a little more aggressive driving, aggressive speeds. See, LAPD, they're gonna try to do a pit maneuver here. They're going to want to bring this to an end here. LAPD airship is 3 minutes out. We're right on top of it here. I don't want my camera to spin here. We're just maneuvering the helicopter here. We're going to widen our shot so our camera doesn't spin here. I don't know where it is, Aldo, as far as, I mean, I know you're looking at it. I'm just looking at my monitor, so I don't know where in position. Oh, I know that park. There we go. Santa Monica Boulevard. Just crossing Santa Monica Boulevard, proceeding southbound on Cahuenga, just past Santa Monica Boulevard. Vehicle had the green light there, fortunately. Air 18 is above right now. That's an LAPD helicopter. So they're going to track this vehicle, available for tracking. A vehicle still actively engaged in a pursuit with LAPD. We haven't heard about... Coming up on Melrose, turning westbound, LAPD helicopter telling those units to back away a little. Keep your lights and sirens on, but give them a little space to hopefully minimize the aggressive driving as we're now going westbound on Melrose. Hey guys, if we go on the air, let me know. I do have the IFB up now just in case, but if we go on the air, please let me know. Yeah, our last pursuit, we went on air and I didn't know, so I just want to make sure I'm available for you. I'm obviously available, but I just have to adjust some radios if we do that. Okay, here we go. Approaching Highland. We're approaching Highland right now. Looks like this driver may make a right turn going northbound on Highland. A lot of times drivers will go back to an area where they're familiar with. We see that a lot with pursuits, and this may be the area here, considering we're sticking around the Hollywood area. That's the LAPD airship right over there, and you can see the vehicle starting to pick up just a little speed here. Northbound Highland Boulevard should be coming up, just leaving Melrose, so should be coming up on the next major street, Sunset Boulevard. Approaching Willoughby. Through the red light on Willoughby. Still continuing northbound Highland. Next major street is going to be Sunset Boulevard. Now LAPD is engaged in this pursuit, calling it a reckless driver. And indeed, you can see how that driver, and there's a building in our way. Okay, they're terminating the pursuit. LAPD said it's not worth it. It's just a reckless driver. And when they get close to this driver, you can see how the driving manifests to a pretty dangerous situation. Ground units have been told not to follow. We still have the LAPD helicopter. Let me see if they're going to continue with this or not. Hey, Aldo, let me know if that, you with me? Let me know if the LAPD helicopter pulls off. They've terminated, so we're just above. This may be a situation, again, where it's just not worth it, considering it was original want was out of Baldwin Park CHP, trying to pull the vehicle over for crossing a double yellow line. Pursuit went from Baldwin Park into Hollywood, was in a tracking mode for quite some time, and once LAPD picked up this pursuit and engaged, the driver started driving pretty aggressively and recklessly on the streets of Hollywood. No place for any driving conditions like that. So the watch commander just came on the radio and said cancel the pursuit. So really we're not in a pursuit right now. I don't know if they're still following it. News Chopper 4 Alpha and a couple of the helicopters are following this vehicle right now. Going up toward the Cahuenga Pass right now. We are on La Brea as the driver makes a right turn on Sunset Boulevard. And I am hearing the LAPD helicopter. So the LAPD helicopter is still following this driver. Eastbound Sunset from La Brea, and you can see the aggressive driving, weaving in and out of lanes, picking up some speed, about 50 miles per hour as we are traveling through the Hollywood area, getting back into the heart of Hollywood. Got a fresh screen. You can see picked up a little air there, going fast, hit a dip, and so the driver's starting to pick up some dangerous speeds on surface streets, and that is the reason why LAPD said no more. Let's go ahead and cancel this pursuit here. You're watching a live pursuit here, News Chopper 4 Alpha, as that vehicle runs the red light there. We're on Sunset Boulevard. Although, are we going westbound or eastbound? We're going eastbound. Okay. Just passing orange. That should be orange right over there. Right in front of the Kodak Theater, or the Dolby Theater. Driver running a red light, just narrowly missing a pedestrian. Is CHP still on it, or are they gone? Okay, so it's just the LAPD chopper. Right in front of the Cinerama Dome here, approaching Vine Street in a second. You can see the challenge sometimes here with these buildings. Again, the marker for this particular vehicle here's Sam, are you calling me, or am I hearing the 4-5 or the IFB? Oh, it's Sam. It's not. Aldo, help me out here. I've lost the vehicle here with these buildings. You got to get these buildings out of my way, please. Is he still there? Okay, great. I want to get around this to make sure. I just want to get eyes on him. I don't know if he's going north or south. Nobody's tracking, so. Is that him? Yeah, okay, good deal. You got eyes on it now? Okay, I'm turning down the IFB. I know, tell me about it. Talking to my pilot, Aldo Bentavenia, we're having a little difficulties following this pursuit here, considering we don't have any ground units. This blue vehicle, originally it was a fleet California Highway Patrol out of Baldwin Park. They initiated a traffic stop for the vehicle committing a traffic infraction. And as a result, the vehicle escalated that, and rather than pulling over, engaged in or failed to yield and engaged in a pursuit out of Baldwin Park into the Hollywood area. Right now we're on Sunset Boulevard, traveling eastbound on Sunset Boulevard, headed toward the Silver Lake area. Gonna lose him here if you want to get me around here, because once I lose this guy, that's it. The airship's still above him? I don't hear him calling anymore. Appears we have one occupant in this vehicle. We don't see any passengers in the front or the back seat at this time. Still can't assume. We believe this is the vehicle here as we're trying to shoot around these buildings here. Approaching the 5, so we're approaching the 5 freeway. That's the Netflix building. I mean the 5, the Hollywood. And I lost the vehicle. Is he getting on the freeway? Okay, well, I've lost him now. He's entering the southbound 101 freeway from Sunset. There he is. Okay, so what's going to happen is we're going to follow this guy from a distance here. News Chopper Alpha, we're not going to be able to cover this here because of the flight restriction. We'll go as far south as we're able to. This would be an opportunity if the California Highway Patrol wanted to re-engage and pick up this pursuit, but we're still not too sure if that's what they're going to do. Is that the car there? It should be the car. There's the two-tone. Sometimes they make it a little easy to follow, even when they're not being followed by a unit with some of the aggressive driving, weaving in and out of traffic lanes here. So I believe this is the vehicle right here. Is he? I don't know. Are we getting off the freeway again? Looks like the Vermont exit, or... No, it's not Vermont. Well, he's going southbound, so at least he's flying out of the Western Avenue. What is that you have up front seat that you offered me at the beginning? Oh, never mind. Thank you. Vehicles on Western Avenue, if you're just tuning in, you're watching a pursuit here with News Chopper 4 Alpha here. I also want to remind you, you can download our app to your smart TV and search NBC LA on your Roku TV, Apple TV. And you can watch this on a regular TV as we are streaming this. News Chopper 4 Alpha, we heard about this pursuit coming out of the Baldwin Park area. CHP engaged this vehicle. That's the blue vehicle, the number 2 vehicle right behind that white car. CHP attempted to pull that vehicle over, and the vehicle failed to yield, and the pursuit came out of Baldwin Park west on the 10 freeway, exited Hoover and went northbound on Hoover through the streets of Hollywood. And you can see right now the driver a little agitated here, trying to get around some of this traffic here as we come up on Western Avenue here. We're just south of the Hollywood freeway, and you can see a lot of the traffic there. I believe that might be Melrose. Melrose or Sunset, but the driver obviously is stuck in traffic here. Let's see if this would be a perfect opportunity to get a visual of the driver. Driver appears to have something in his right hand, appears to be a male driver, possibly a cell phone or something of that nature there. At least the driver's patiently waiting at that red light. And now the driver is making a left turn onto Santa Monica Boulevard, Santa Monica Boulevard. You got him, Aldo? He's going away from us. He made a left turn, so he's going eastbound. So I'm shooting almost 6 o'clock here. He's just crossing over the 101. If you look at Santa Monica Boulevard where it crosses over the 101, yeah, there he is. Okay, well, I mean, we can't go any further. Nobody else is going, right? Okay, good. Okay, well, again, buildings are in our way. That happens here sometimes. What's going to happen now is we're probably not going to be able to follow this vehicle much further if the driver continues the same direction. I lost him with that building there. Okay, well, I think I officially lost the vehicle. Is there an airship still? Oh, is that the vehicle? I can't tell. This isn't going to work well. I don't know if that's him who made a Yui. Okay, then he must have made a U-turn. I wish I could. Yeah, I can't tell. No, I don't think that's the same person. That's the wrong car. Okay, desk, we don't have anybody following, and we lost the vehicle behind a building. And since nobody's... Hold on, eastbound Santa Monica at Western. Eastbound Santa Monica, so he's still going eastbound. Well, I can't see it. That's the problem. I appreciate that. Let me see where the chopper is. Oh. I got the airship, Aldo. I think that might be the car. That has to be the car. Let me see what his driving is like. Let me see where the airship is. Nope, that's not the car. Well, they're saying eastbound. I think they meant to say westbound. Hold on, I think I got the... Okay, I got him. This can be a little challenging here. Here's the vehicle. You can see how many blue cars there are. It just gets to be a little challenging here, and it's really hard to see the make of this vehicle. It's Santa Monica Boulevard. Santa Monica Boulevard continuing westbound Santa Monica Boulevard. They earlier called out eastbound, which has made it a little confusing. We're going westbound Santa Monica Boulevard back toward Hollywood. That is the vehicle. Maybe that was just just ran a red light there, Santa Monica Boulevard, just passing Bronson. I took off the speedometer there because we're not seeing significant speeds. Just keeping it off here to show a wider screen. But at least as of right now, the vehicle seems to be driving non-aggressively as we come up on a red light. And light just turned green. That should be Highland Avenue or Gower Street. That's Gower Street here. Take off that and that. A reminder, if you're watching us on your mobile device, you can always download our app or to your smart TV, search NBC LA, and you can watch us on your TV when we are streaming live pursuits or any breaking news anytime, along with my colleagues Gil Avis and Eliana Moreno. You can always watch it on your smart TV when we're streaming while not on the air. Waiting to see if that vehicle continues westbound. Where is he, Aldo? There he is. Is that him? Or is that him? This is... I don't know if that's him. Which one is it? Oh, it has to be him with that kind of driving there. I mean, this is it, folks. You're watching it as it happens here in the background and behind the scenes, following a pursuit here. What happened is LAPD engaged in the pursuit in the Hollywood area. Then they decided to cancel the pursuit for safety reasons. Obviously, public safety is #1 concern. They don't want to engage in a dangerous pursuit that can actually put people at risk. It just wasn't worth it. Their driver was driving quite recklessly on the streets of Hollywood, especially with a lot of tourists in that area. They decided to cancel the pursuit. They put it in a tracking mode. And then what happens there is we have it in the tracking mode, but we have so much traffic in all these buildings here in Hollywood. Sometimes it makes it hard to see the vehicle, and this is how this person stands out. This reckless driving, trying to go up the sidewalk there to get around the traffic. We're still on Santa Monica Boulevard, traveling westbound on Santa Monica Boulevard, but you can see this is why they put it in a tracking mode, considering the driver's trying to drive on the sidewalk. Helicopter's leaving? Okay. Hey guys, LAPD is completely out of it. The helicopter's bouncing out of here as well. Wait, hold on. No, somebody else is coming here. Disregard. Pilot said he was leaving, but he is, but we have somebody replacing him, so looks like they're still going to stay with it. Oh, wow. That's a little more information I'm just hearing right now. Did you hear the latest information about this driver, what he said to police, Megan? Okay, well, I'm going to say it. Do you want to mute my mic on the web, or is it okay to say that? I just want to make sure. I'll tell you once I find out. Tell me when I have the green light to tell you. I mean, it's part of the pursuit, but that could be a reason why they're going to stay with this driver here. They're going to stay with this guy, Aldo. So we're just getting a little information about this driver. I'm just going to hold off on putting that out as of right now. But there could be reason why they want to continue following this driver. We're hearing about ground units asking about it. We're going into LA County Sheriff's territory here. We're coming into West Hollywood. Can you get me maybe a little closer? We're well behind all these buildings here. Hey, Aldo. Okay. Yeah, we're just way too far south, and these buildings are in my way. There he is. He's continuing westbound. Okay, Megan, so you want me to tell you? Are we okay? I can tell you what I heard? Okay, well, it's part of the pursuit, but I can't text you right now while I'm driving or while I'm filming this. Hold on, where's my phone? Let me see if I can do this. I just sent you a text. I was able to use the speak to text. Let me know when you got it, and let me know if we can say that. That's unconfirmed, but that's what dispatch is telling the ground units and the police helicopter. And they are, yeah, so there you go. Oh, I got it. We're trying to vet this information here again. You're following this, tracking of a vehicle that was involved in an earlier pursuit. We are currently in the West Hollywood area, westbound Santa Monica Boulevard, in the heart of West Hollywood. We're monitoring the traffic from LAPD. We still haven't, he's turning northbound, Aldo, just FYI. He's making a northbound turn there on Orange Grove. I think the part, oh, here he is. Megan, you got my information? Hold on, I got to turn your volume up. So what'd you say? You guys are going to let me know when I can announce that once you vet it, correct? Okay, copy that, copy that. That's why I wanted to clear it with you guys. At least you know that's the information, and we'll continue following here. We're going slowly towards Beverly Hills now. You can see we're still westbound on Fountain Avenue. Westbound on Fountain Avenue, making a left turn now, which will put this driver southbound, or southbound on Laurel, headed back towards Santa Monica Boulevard. It's not a pursuit, it's a following, but law enforcement's still very interested with this driver. I'll put up the speedometer there. The driver's really not driving too fast or aggressively, so I've minimized that. But you can see speeds are about 24 miles per hour. Nothing significant right now from what we saw earlier. Coming up on Santa Monica Boulevard. Okay. They cannot confirm, Megan, they cannot confirm the information that I told you. It was a third party calling. So right now CHP is not able to confirm what I told you. And good afternoon. If you're just tuning in, hold on. They will not. We're following this blue vehicle here that was involved in a pursuit earlier from the California Highway Patrol out of the Baldwin Park area. This driver led officers on that pursuit along the 10 westbound into downtown Los Angeles, and then on the streets here in LA up through the Hollywood area. LAPD took over at one time and actively engaged this driver in a pursuit, but the recklessness of this driver escalated, and they de-escalated that situation by canceling the pursuit and putting it in what they call a tracking mode. Makes it a little more difficult right now sometimes because we don't have any ground units in the proximity of this vehicle. In fact, I don't see any ground units anywhere. They were told to cancel the pursuit. And once they did, it took a few minutes, but the driver started to settle down a little, and we're starting to see safer speeds there. You can see about 20 miles per hour. But at one point, we did reach about 60 miles per hour on surface streets in Hollywood. Where we are right now, what do? Well, it's just kind of a 50-50 situation. They're going to follow this vehicle. Right now, they do have the police helicopter over this vehicle calling out positions, but there's really nobody he is calling out position to, considering we don't have any ground units. We're Warning Avenue right now, going eastbound. Driver's kind of going really slow, kind of, you know, checking out the area here, so forth. Coming to a full stop at a stop sign. That's one of the first that we saw. Now he's making a southbound turn. And I'm assuming it's, we were able to get a glimpse of the driver earlier. It appeared to be one solo occupant, one male driver, and we're just on La Jolla Avenue, traveling southbound on La Jolla Avenue. And we got another building. It's Melrose Avenue. There's the vehicle right there. And there's the vehicle continuing eastbound on Melrose. A lot of these buildings are in our way. We'll do our best here to get around it. There you go, flipping a U-turn. He's flipping a U-way, although he's going westbound now. Vehicle just made a U-turn. We saw a lot of that earlier in the Hollywood area. Rather frustrating sometimes seeing the driver just abruptly making a U-turn there. All the units earlier were having to turn around and, you know, really no regards for other drivers. Look, he has a red light. He has a red light. He's inching out, kind of backing up. These drivers are probably wondering what the heck this driver is doing. Well, you know, this driver is wanted from a earlier pursuit, and now we're LAPD is inquiring right now if nobody's going to take this pursuit. Do you want us to stay with it? Southbound Crescent Heights. We're southbound Crescent Heights here, and LAPD helicopter is disengaging. Yeah, I just heard. Thank you. Okay, guys, LAPD airship said no mas. They are done with it as well. So they are not going to follow the driver anymore. So nobody is actively involved following this driver except for us. What would you like us to do? We're more than happy to do whatever you need. Turn that. What are they doing? Who's? I can't tell. I got to look outside. Who's leaving? Yeah, more than happy to, but just be advised, you know, if I'm going to do my best to stay with this vehicle. I have nobody tracking it, and I have nobody giving me any directions here. So if I lose him, there we go, just made a right turn. Although we're on our own here, so there he is. He's going westbound. Okay, I'm going to turn down my scanner here. So we're on Beverly Boulevard. We're driving westbound on Beverly Boulevard, slowly making our way back toward the West Hollywood, Beverly Hills area. That's the vehicle. The blue vehicle to the left of your screen, getting in the left turn lane, was involved in a pursuit earlier. LA originated from the California Highway Patrol. The California Highway Patrol canceled the pursuit. It was the original want. I mean, now he's driving on the wrong side of the road. But original want was the vehicle crossed the double yellow line. We've seen that many times during this dilemma here, as we've been covering this pursuit, on again, off again pursuit. Then CHP canceled it, and LAPD decided to take it over. The driver was driving in the Hollywood area quite recklessly, so they decided to engage in an attempt to pull this vehicle over. A vehicle failed to yield to another agency, and that was a short pursuit for about 10 minutes, and that's when LAPD canceled it due to the driver being too aggressive and reckless on surface streets. The LAPD helicopter was following this vehicle for quite some time, and finally they just said if nobody is going to take this pursuit over, they were going to discontinue following, and that's what they have done. So this blue vehicle, you know, you win some, you lose some, as some folks may say, but obviously public safety is #1 concern. If this vehicle is just wanted for a simple traffic violation, having a high-speed pursuit may not be worth it here. Obviously, public safety is #1 concern, as he just ran that red light. That would not have been good for the driver if he slammed into that box truck. We saw that the other day with a pursuit our Gil Lavis was covering, where a big rig got involved and essentially rammed a vehicle that was being pursued by law enforcement officers, and subsequently brought that pursuit to an end. But nobody knows this vehicle was being pursued. Vehicle now is the driver is abiding by all the pretty much traffic laws, and so this driver does not stand out from anyone else here. Anybody else bounce out yet? I want to remind you again that you can download our app to your smart TV. Search NBC LA. If you got a Roku TV or an Apple TV, and you can stream us on your big TV and instead of watching on a mobile device. And if you are, we're glad that you're along with us. Good afternoon. I'm Megan Reyes, along with pilot Aldo Bentavenia. We've been following this for about 25 minutes right now. It was a pursuit. We're just kind of waiting to see what's going to happen. But so far, this driver seems to be driving in accordance with the law. We're southbound on La Cienega. We're headed toward the Santa Monica Freeway. To kind of give you an idea, we did pass the Beverly Center not too long ago, and we're probably about 4.5 miles from the 10, the Santa Monica Freeway. LAPD does not plan on re-engaging. I gotta put my thing on. You got eyes on him, Aldo? Because he's right by the I think that's a Larry Flint building, that big brown one there. He's going to come out. There he is. He's continuing southbound on La Cienega there. So we are in Beverly Hills going southbound on La Cienega. You can see at times when we start seeing a little bit more traffic, the driver starts going through the center median and then cutting right back. Oh, let me get that. Cutting right back into traffic. He may have that at, there we go. He's just approaching Olympic, just passing Olympic now. So we're probably about 2 miles away from the 10 the Santa Monica Freeway. Really, in a situation like this, nobody is following this vehicle. Driver's got a red light, coming up on a red light here. Despite not being followed by law enforcement, the driver's still a little reckless. At least he's slowing down at some of these intersections instead of just blazing right through them. Okay, we're not streaming anymore. We're out of here. Whew, that was hard. Okay, copy that. We're bouncing out of here. Thank you. Hey, good call on that. Thanks for your help on that. I just didn't feel comfortable releasing that information yet. They think somebody just called and said that, and they couldn't validate it. So I'm going to drop signal. I got a really bad headache, so I'm just going to take a break as we head back to Whiteman.